Are you calling me a racist?
Oh my God! It is episode 86.
86.
Yes, of the Keep on Trucking podcast. Yeah. No. Yeah, dude. 80s.
Shit.
Huh?
I went, shit.
86, dude. It's snowing out,
Snowing.
and the van is on because I got the heater on.
Mm.
Guy, I was freezing last night.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was the coldest I ever felt. Like my feet were cold.
Oh.
It was the first time that I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah. Felt like you were camping.
Yeah, well, you know what? That was before I got in the sleeping bag. This sleeping bag works miracles. So I'm gonna shout them out. What is this fucking? So, I don't know. I've had. What does it say? Pontificate.
It
What?
says Luntrin.
Luntrin. Dude.
Luntrin.
Dude,
You didn't get in the sleeping bag.
Well, no. Well, I was up editing the vlog and I was doing it on the computer because I was
Oh.
trying to learn how to color grade and stuff. Yeah. But so during that, my feet were freezing, and then as soon as I get into the sleeping bag, holy shit, dude! It's like, it's magic. This thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I'm comfortable. I don't feel anything. The only thing I will say, the fucking zipper broke immediately, like a day after I bought it.
Oh. So, I mean, that kills a lot of the function, no?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I flip it over, so I use it as a blanket. But I like the little pocket there for my cute little feet in the back.
Oh, they are cute.
Stick my feet in it.
Your little feet.
Jesus. This guy's turning.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And I got bad feet, dude.
Oh, do you?
Oh, terrible.
What's wrong with them?
Well, first of all,
They're good at soccer.
well, they were, but they're like, they look like they're like curled.
Oh, yeah?
Like all my toes are curled,
Yeah.
and then my toenails are fucking terrible. I don't let anybody see my feet.
Oh.
You gotta pay money for that.
What about your girlfriend?
Mm-mm.
No.
No way. They'd have sex with socks on.
Oh, man.
Just kidding.
Brutal.
Well, I take them off sometimes.
Well, the thing about sex, like, I usually I have sex with socks on too.
You do?
Yeah, because what are you gonna take off your socks?
Well, yeah, you want to be completely naked the way God intended it.
No, dude, that's more time that it takes to.
Why are you in a hurry?
I'm in a big hurry. No, I just feel like it already looks embarrassing when you're taking your pants off.
Yeah.
You kind of, I always make the mistake of like, I'll just keep hooking up while I take my pants off.
Huh.
And so I'm just like trying to roll my pants off
Oh.
with like I'm trying to push my pants off with my feet. And then I just look silly, like a child.
Right. I guess I have relationship sex.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, we're about to have sex. Let me see. Let me just take off my. Oh, could you hang my coats, please?
Yeah.
I mean,
It looks like when you're about to go out, but in reverse. You're just like looking in the mirror.
You're like folding the clothes.
Yeah.
Like, Are you ready to proceed, madame?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's hot.
And then,
Uh-huh.
good night. It's 4 p.m.
Poor girl.
I said good night. Wake up at 8.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if the socks come out, I mean, if the socks come off naturally, I put them back on.
Yeah.
In the motion of. So you leave the sock. Dude, who has that joke that black people when they're about to have sex, they take everything off, but then they put their shoes back on? Whose
I
joke
don't
is
know
that?
whose joke that is.
Oh, it's somebody.
That's funny.
Very funny joke.
Yeah.
Dude, we've been hanging out a lot recently,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
We're like in a relationship
Yeah. We've been hanging out a lot.
without the sex,
Yeah.
without the madams.
Yeah. That the tension breaker.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We should be gay.
We've been having to just work out instead.
Yeah, we have been working out, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't think that we feel good, but we feel like our bodies are still the same.
I don't think my body looks any different at all. I was looking at my body in the mirror today, and I was like, this looks like shit. This looks like nothing happened at all. I look like a fucking, like those rotisserie chickens we've been eating.
Dude, we've been working out. And
the regiment.
yeah, we park like 2 miles away from the gym. We run to the gym, work out, and then we buy one rotisserie chicken.
Cut it right in half.
Cut it right in half, and then we eat it with our hands.
With our hands.
With our hands.
I've been going fork and knife, and you've been eating it with your hands.
Because I want to feel like a guy from the 19s.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, back in the 19s. And
what was that?
nothing.
Did you burp out of your nose?
No. For the longest time, I was like, that's barbaric. I'm not going to do that. I went with the hands today.
Yeah.
It's the way to go.
It's a game changer, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, rotisserie chicken is good, but it's not necessarily delicious.
No, it's
so you
not.
you just want to fucking scarf it down.
Yeah, you just want to just get it down quick.
Give me your nutrients.
Eating food with your hands is like, it's different. You can eat faster.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
burgers, fries.
Yeah,
you get more.
Just scarfing it down, and then we've been doing that. Eating half of a rotisserie chicken. We've been eating all the same things. Like
yeah.
And then like I saw you, we split up, and then I saw you later today, and I was like, "Did you eat?" And you were like, "No."
Did we just been eating the rotisserie chicken and then a protein shake?
Yeah.
With ice cream.
With a little bit of ice cream. We gotta not do the ice cream.
I know, and you were like today. You were like, "We have to eat more. We have to eat more."
I was like, "I think we need to eat some more," because I've been trying to land around like 1,800 calories, because that's like, if you want to lose weight,
that's around.
That's you want to go under 2,000 calories.
Okay.
If you want to drop weight, and so I was like, "There's no way we hit our any sizable." And then I look up how much is a rotisserie chicken. 2,500 calories. So half of that, 1,250, and then with the shake. Okay, so the eggs are like 70 calories. So that's 140 plus 1,250. That's like 1,400 calories right there, in just chicken and eggs. And then with the shake, it's like,
and a little bit of ice cream.
Yeah, the protein scoop, that's like 100 calories, 110, and then the ice cream is like 110 as well. The bananas, those are all about 100, so that's 300 calories right there. So now we're already at 1,700. But the big kicker, the peanut butter.
Oh, the peanut butter.
170 calories per scoop.
So that leaves us at already almost.
We're probably at about 2,000 calories.
And that's the thing. We eat it all within the hour, because we work out and then we just eat it.
Well, we had eggs too. We had eggs before we worked out. And I need that. You say you work out on an empty stomach.
I like doing that. It makes me feel like a skinny girly.
Yeah, like a corporate girly.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't work out on an empty stomach. I'm like almost passing out on these workouts. And also, we're doing pretty good workouts.
And it's because we're just like on the fly. We're like, what if we did this and then this?
Yeah.
And they're like intense. Right? They're workouts that I would never do alone.
No.
They're like, it'll be like a plank and then get up and jump a bunch of times.
Yeah, immediately go into that. But we get it done in a timely fashion. Also, is there any calories in the pre-workout? Because we've been also taking pre-workout.
Bro, pre-workout is the best.
I will say, like, with this whole, like, and also we're not drinking. So there's no calories there, no soda, no anything like that. Because the reason I'm doing it, I don't know about your personal goals, but I got to get this haircut. And I said I was not going to get a haircut until I change my body in some way.
Yeah.
I can't get a haircut after I haven't gotten a haircut in almost 2 years.
Wow.
And
your hair that's relatively slow, right?
This is I got a very short haircut. Did I tell you about the last haircut I got?
No, that was like before I knew you, probably, huh?
No, I mean, we knew each other. We weren't like really friends though.
Right.
This was March 2022. I went to this place in Williamsburg, and it was like a very, it was like a progressive type. Like I when I called to make my appointment, they asked me my pronouns on the phone. So I showed up. Well, I don't care.
Yeah, no.
But
I mean, it is annoying though. Because like, I mean, if I call a place and they ask me for my pronouns, I'll be like, oh, and then I'll tell them, and I'm like, I'm not going to that.
Yeah.
Because then you go and then you're just like tiptoeing around things,
Yeah.
Like, I get it. They're trying to do something nice and shit.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I get the vibe when somebody asks me that. When I get there, I'm gonna say like, I mean, I'm pretty quiet during haircuts, but I'm gonna try to crack a joke or try to be like nice or be funny or something, and then I'm just nervous the whole time. I'm gonna say the wrong thing.
Right.
But I guess so they give you your pronouns.
You want to be comfortable with the person cutting your hair.
Yeah, exactly.
You wanna have good. I don't really like talking when I'm in the chair.
Me either.
People always want to talk, and then it's like, okay.
They're like bartenders.
Yeah.
These whores.
Well, because they're bored. I mean, this is like, they're like just trying to fill the time too, and they can't like just watch TV while they're doing it, even though sometimes they do. Right. But they got to focus up,
Yeah. Have you ever had a haircut where they're like cutting your hair and they kind of stop and watch like the novela?
Yeah.
That's on. It's like, all right. Hey,
not
lady.
the novela, but
Yeah. Well, yeah. In California.
The game. Yeah, or whatever.
In California, they'll be like, give me a haircut, and they'll stop, they'll watch a novela, and then I look, and it's like a rerun. I'm like, hey, it's literally on YouTube, probably.
It's from 1982. Yeah. So anyway, so I booked this appointment, and it's at the Foxy whatever, just I don't remember the name. It's probably nothing Foxy, but it was very
The Foxy they them.
we're the cool,
Yeah.
we're the cool haircut. We'll make you look like the new Velma or something, or whatever.
Yeah.
We can make it green.
Yeah.
So I go in, and the person cutting my hair, nice person.
Yeah.
I don't know what their pronouns were, but but they just kept making all these jokes. They were like a whole bundle of personality,
Yeah.
Which I don't want that from a barber.
Yeah. Focus on the hair.
Yeah, just like this is not. I know you want to be like we all want to be a movie star, but
Yeah. So
cut my hair.
What was she saying?
I don't remember.
Sorry,
I don't remember what they were saying, but it was like, just like jokes about like how they hated their dad or something. Just
and
like,
you know what they would be saying that if they were fucking asking for your pronouns. The next
Yeah.
thing is then your relationship with your father.
yeah, that's just like, I ran away to do this, and I'm doing it. And then the person behind the counter is like, yeah, and I'm like,
oh god.
and then I'm not laughing at the jokes, and then the fucker goes, you should really laugh at my jokes because I have scissors. I'm like, fuck off, dude.
Wow. See, and that's a thing with like people that are progressive like that, quote unquote.
I don't know if
I
don't know if that's a thing about them. I think I think there's lots of trans people that would have the sensibility to not threaten to impale my head with scissors while they're cutting my hair.
Right. What I was gonna say though is a thing where like you really gotta think about your rebuttal, because you're you gotta like we were talking about like 2 weeks ago. You gotta hop over through all these hoops and shit. Like, can't make fun of this, can't make fun of that, can't make fun of
Dude,
this.
I'm not. This isn't a roast. I'm just trying to get my hair cut. I don't give a fuck about getting the last word.
So what what happens? They go.
I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like, oh, haha. Just give him a polite laugh.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
just get it over with. Just cut my hair. So anyway, at the end of the haircut, they showed me the back of my head, and it's fucked up. It looks like a mountain range.
Oh god.
And I'm like, hey, can you straighten that out?
You got Patagonia going on back there.
Yeah, it looks like fucking. Yeah, it looks like my heart rate during my
During the pre-workout.
during the pre-workout. My heart rate during this, the scare cut.
Yeah.
But so they go, I'm like, can you straighten that out?
Yeah.
And they go, well, I just really like when you cut it like this. I just really like how it grows in.
Yeah. Hey, asshole, you don't gotta walk around with it.
Yeah, you're not gonna see it anymore. I'm definitely not coming back here.
What a yeah.
So fucking, but I don't say any of that. I'm just like, well, can you straighten it out though?
Yeah.
And they go, can you just trust me?
Oh, dude. That makes my fucking cunt boil, dude. Yeah. Oh my god. Dude. And here's the thing though, with me, that happens and I don't say anything and I still tip, dude. I'm such a piece of shit.
I go to pay $60.
Wow, dude. And you know who the real victim is, dude? When that shit happens, our friends or our spouses. Because we fucking tip, we'll call our friend. You won't believe what the fuck just happened.
Right.
And then you throw all the anger at your homie.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Dude,
but at least they get to make fun of you.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, that was right before I went on a trip with my family.
Oh, God.
We went to Colorado. I got in the car, they immediately started roasting me.
They said, who cut your hair? Are they them?
Yeah. It looked like the fucking Colorado. It looked like the Rockies.
It was cold, too. It was cold like the Rockies.
Yeah, man.
It would turn blue.
Yeah.
Dude, my homie, he pulled up.
Anyway, that was the last haircut. Not to cut you off. That was the last haircut I got. That was 2 years ago.
Of course, you were traumatized.
I was like, I'm not going to have fucking haircut here. I'm going to get a haircut, but I don't know.
You will have a six-pack this time, so if they do pull that shit again, you punch them.
Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like this is kind of like a...
Well, it looks good, but...
it has its moments, but it's a mess. It's annoying, and also we're making sketches where I'm the straight man. And I can't be like, this guy's weird, and my hair is like in my mouth. Yeah, so I gotta shape up. Also, I think as a comic, you want to just be the most plain looking person, right?
I don't know about that. We'll get back to that. Real quick though, my homie, he pulled the fucking ballsiest move at a barbershop, dude. I guess they cut his hair, and he didn't like the way it came out, and he told the guy, shave it all off.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, what? And he's like, this sucks, to just shave it. And then the guy, like, he went and he got another guy. He's like, I can fix it. And he goes, no, I don't care, shave it. And then the guy started crying, dude, the other guy.
Oh, dude, I wish I had the balls.
You know what happened to the guy, dude? They gave him a fucking application to work over here at the Foxy They Thems, dude. And that was probably the guy that cut your hair.
Oh, they moved him over?
Nah, I don't know. But they should have. Dude, and that...
Oh, was that in New York?
No, that was fucking Santa Cruz.
The Foxy They Thems.
Dude, that happened to me. I was this close to pulling that move. Because I used to get like really short, clean haircuts. One time they really fucked it up. And I was this close to saying, like, just shave it all off. But I'm a bitch, dude. I'm a bitch when it comes to that kind of shit.
Well, I mean, I don't want to... I've never shaved my head. I don't think it would look good for me.
I don't think it'll look bad. You have a nice shaped head.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not doing it though.
Right? Yeah.
I'm too vain. I have too much of my identity is all wrapped up in my hair. I've always been that way. I've always had long hair my whole life.
Right, but here's the thing though: when you shave, this is the liberating part. When you shave your head, you just put on a cap if you don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, cool. But then that's weird for the stage. You gotta wear a beanie because you can't wear a brim.
And then everyone's like,
spotlight.
"Take your hat off," and then you take it off, and everyone's like, "Oh!" Like a SpongeBob movie.
Dude, I
bald.
It's thinning. It's like shiny.
Yeah.
I think the Oh, so back to the comic shit. I'm looking. You say you want to look plain as possible. I think you want to keep like the same look going as long as possible.
Yeah. I definitely, and also I've been building an act with long hair. I don't even know if it's gonna work.
If it change, yeah, because that shit doesn't. Yeah, it's fucking jokes are weird, man.
Yeah. Who knows?
Anyway, so you've been getting pretty. I mean, we've
been in the gym.
We worked out 5 times now. Yeah.
5 times in 9 days. That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Next week you're going in to work.
I got a job, people.
Yeah.
I got an internship.
Yes.
Vayner Media.
Gary V.
Yeah, Gary V.
You need to start your own business.
What are you doing here? Leave. Go back in the van. You live in a van? You live in a Honda Civic. No, the real struggle.
Gary, you might want to see this. The new hire mocking him. On pod.
I'm sitting next to him.
1 week before starting.
It was an accident. They forced me.
We were riffing.
It was too hot. It's really hot in here.
I was in the pool. Yeah. But yeah, man, the gym is good. You said you used to go to the gym with your dad.
Dude, I've been going to the gym with my family for like a long time. They would drop me off at the daycare or whatever. My mom's always been really fit and shit. Mm-hmm. And then at some point,
mine too. My mom's in really good shape.
She go to the gym?
No, she does yoga and she eats well.
Oh, nice.
She's good. She eats very well.
Yeah, so does my mom.
My dad will he'll be like, oh, he does what I do. He's like, I got a da 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 da. Yeah. Is that a cheeseburger? You know?
Yeah.
Like that old thing that I always said, like my dad one time said like his favorite food was rice.
Oh.
And I'd never like seen him eat rice. Like my dad loves like just like, you know, just greasy, delicious food. Dude, comfort food.
Greasy food is the best.
Yeah.
But that's what made us look like. This is the first time in my life where I am dieting to lose weight.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. I tell you I did the carnivore diet once.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I did it for about 2 months. Holy shit, I got shredded.
Oh, yeah?
But I was watching like videos on like how people do it and stuff and this and that. And there was this guy, I forget his name. He's like a YouTube guy, like a fitness dude. And he was ripped, dude. And I was like watching his videos on what he eats. And he does like vlogs. And one of them was like, yeah, so before the gym, you know, I eat a couple things of bacon. I go, I work out, I come back. You know, I'm not ready for my main meal. So I go for a little snack. I eat eggshells. I was like, oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
That day I quit. I was like, these people are nuts. I've been following their diet.
Yeah.
But I got shredded quick, dude. But
eggshells.
You get constipated.
Oh yeah.
On the carnivore diet.
Yeah. Things have been changing in my body too. Like my processes have been shifting. We've also been curbing our hunger with cigarettes
and coffee.
Yeah. Which has been giving me acid reflux.
We're like hot model chicks, dude.
Yeah, we're trying to be like, we're not doing this to be healthy. We're doing this to be
vain.
Hot. So, but yeah, 2 months we're gonna be fucking hot,
dude. When I used to go to
be awesome.
I gave
and then we're gonna get laid.
Well, I get laid already.
Yeah,
madame.
Me too. Sometimes, occasionally.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing it. I guess I should just get fat. No, I don't. My girl's working out too, so I think that's
because man, we gotta be,
yeah,
we gotta look good.
we gotta be presentable. Dude.
Yeah, dude, it's so weird. I can feel like my abs, like that are getting harder.
Right.
I can feel them, but the fat is still just like the same amount. Like it's still the same level of out from my body. Like it doesn't look any different. Right. But now, like when I touch the fat, I can push through the fat and feel the hard ab underneath, and it'll come in.
It's like a little motivator. It's like
I'm pretty excited.
It's like I'm right here, hooker.
Yeah,
keep working.
I'm pretty excited to shed the fat because we've been doing like a lot of ab stuff, and that's been like the killer stuff. That's been the stuff that we've been doing really good with.
Dude, and I've never done that in my life before because my whole life I've been naturally skinny, so I've always had abs.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, so you were a stick, man.
Yeah.
When you were like a little kid, I saw that video of you.
Which one?
Like when you were like riding in the back of the truck.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't say little kid. I was 15.
You looked tall, but you weren't tall. But you looked tall because of how skinny you were.
I'm tall in Mexico.
Oh yeah, maybe you looked tall because the video was in Mexico.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
I found that I was short when I moved over here.
Yeah.
To New York. I was like, I'm short.
Yeah. People are tall where I'm from, so.
Yeah.
I actually feel taller here.
Dude, I didn't know. I never know how much weight I'm gaining until like I look in the mirror, and I don't have any mirrors here.
Oh yeah.
So I never know like when I'm gaining weight or you gotta tell me you're fat like that one time 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, when I picked you up from the airport.
Yeah, I thought I was a fit guy. I was like, nice.
Yeah, I mean you did look bent, but dude, the craziest weight transformation that you had was obviously when you did the 31-day $100 challenge.
Oh, dude.
I remember, it's like you never see it overnight, the changes in your body. You just notice it one day,
Yeah.
It's like this thing Norm said about aging. The strange part of it is you can't see it. It's just gradual, and then one day you're like, holy shit, I look way different than I used to.
Yeah, you notice it. Well, I've been noticing it looking back at my vlogs, even though I just started doing vlogs 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I look back, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I look different.
Yeah, I do too. I'm getting the lines around my eyes. Can you see? A little bit.
Well, I mean, asshole, you're fucking 24.
Yeah, I'm 26.
You're 26.
Yeah.
You moved here when you were 24?
Yeah.
I moved here when I was 26.
Yeah.
Oh, we talked about this.
Yep. It's almost like we moved here 2 years ago and we're 2 years apart in age.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's the same thing with like body transformation stuff. Like you can't just like
someone has to tell you.
Yeah, or like you can see it especially if you take pictures, but it's never going to be like day to day.
Right.
But one day I looked at you like early December. It was when you were back to eating and I just, dude, you looked like crazy skinny.
Cool. Oh.
No,
I think I'm gonna say cool.
You looked like
I think I'm gonna say crazy cool.
You looked like malnourished. Cuz it was November, so you would be wearing like jackets and stuff.
Yeah.
But then like we were just hanging out at my place and you had a t-shirt on. And dude, you looked like a fucking head on a stick. Like,
dude, when I went back home,
you looked like a popsicle. like the face popsicles.
Yeah.
That's what you looked like.
Oh, thanks, man.
I mean, it was like
I should have started modeling.
It didn't look healthy.
Oh.
I mean, you did. You did look good.
I'll have you know, I had a lot of compliments.
Were people like concerned about you, like your family?
No, nobody gave a fuck. My fucking dad was like. My parents were like, what? Because they didn't find out till like way later.
Right.
They're like, what?
They saw it on the news with everyone else.
They did. My dad was like, what an embarrassment. And he was like, just ask me for money. I'm like, I'm fucking 26, dude. I'm not going to ask you for money.
Yeah.
Like, what are you, crazy?
Yeah.
But, dude, no, yeah, I went back home to visit, like, just to visit. And then my girlfriend's sister was like, Jesus Christ, like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And then you know I look like the SpongeBob episode of the girl, chocolate.
Oh yeah.
The one on the wheelchair.
Yeah.
So she's like chocolate.
The old lady.
Yeah. Like just like a little piece of shit with like a head.
Yeah, it was like a head on someone else's body. It was strange, man.
Dude, I gain and lose weight so fast.
Yeah, I'm not really like that. I don't. You said I was, but I don't think. I mean, we'll see because if we keep this up,
dude. Yeah, I mean just the running alone.
Yeah,
dude. And then we do have to keep up on the diet though.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I almost ate something tonight. I was like, we gotta eat, and then we
math.
added up what we had eaten that day. Cause fucking when you looked up how much was a rotisserie chicken yesterday, you said it was 1,100 calories.
That's what it said.
So I thought it was only 500. You probably looked up like a serving, like that's a serving of rotisserie chicken, but a full rotisserie chicken is 2,500 calories, and we cleaned it to the bone.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got all of our calories for the day in the span of like 3 hours, and I think that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, that's how people used to eat.
And yeah, they say that that's how you're supposed to eat, like how you used to as an animal.
Yeah.
When before we evolved.
Because there would be like
it'll be
the hunt.
Yeah, and then
the kill, and then you eat, and then you go to bed.
Well, yeah, that's what fasting is based off of. Intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
We should do that. I think that works too.
That's what my dad does.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad wakes up. My dad's also doing this thing that's like he's like he like holds his breath.
Oh, and flexes his abs?
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and he's like when I saw him last, he was like, I can hold my breath for 3 minutes now. And I was like, what? Why? He was like, I don't know, the thing. Like,
just in case he's shot into space and he has to hold his breath to swim back down to the
swim back. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I think if you go into space, there's like so many things that kill you.
Yeah.
Like the pressure.
Aliens.
Yeah, the lizards. The pressure, the cold. And I think not breathing is the last of your concerns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was going to say, speaking of like going to the gym and being fit and all that.
Yeah.
When I was young and my parents would take me to the gym. I remember I was like 12, dude. And the gym that my dad would go to had a pool. So sometimes he'd be like, just go to the pool. And I'd be and I met these two girls. They were both like 12 and 13 and shit. And we, kind of talked to each other like, hey, what's up? And I really hit it off with a girl. Right? I forget their names, but anyways, I really hit it off with one of them. And then it would
the 12-year-old or the 13-year-old?
Well, no.
The older or the younger?
We're all the same age.
Okay.
We were all like 12 and shit. I said 12 or 13.
Oh, okay.
And
so they were sisters?
They were cousins.
Oh.
And it was a weird thing, like where we saw them, we kind of talked and shit. You told me kind of know when you have a crush on somebody.
Yeah.
You go out vibes. The next time I went, they were there again in the pool too, and I was like, "Oh, cool! Our parents are probably getting the same schedule or whatever." And then I would like swim around, and like one of the girls, she held my hand, so we were swimming holding hands.
Yeah.
And I was like, "This is high," and I was fucking rock hard and shit. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And
wow, you really know how to kill the romance of a story.
Well, hold
it's
up.
like a sweet story about 12-year-olds holding hands in the pool, and you're like, "Rah."
Dude, I used to get rock hard when I would hold hands all the time.
Yeah.
So, and then this happened again, and then like, it happened a couple of times and shit, and it was the three of us all the time. And we were just holding hands. Sometimes I would just like, like sit on the stairs, and she'd be like kind of really close to me. It was like, yo, this is sick, man. And then one day, that girl wasn't there, but her cousin was. And then I was like, hey, where's...
The one that you were not as close with.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, what's up? I was just like, oh, fucking Hooker or whatever her name was isn't here. And I was like, oh, all right. And then we started just swimming around. It's a pool, we're 12. And she just holds my hand, too. And she gets really close. And I was like, yo, I'm cool.
You were you were like, I'm the man.
I remember being confused. I remember being like a feeling of betrayal from her to her cousin.
Yeah.
Because we weren't anything, but we would like flirt and swim around.
You would hold hands.
And then she held my hand. And I remember thinking like, this girl is trouble, dude. Yeah. And then she was doing the same thing that her cousin was doing. And I remember being like, I like this, but it doesn't feel right.
Right.
And then I never saw them again after that. Oh. And I remember thinking like, yo.
Where are they?
Call in girls that went to LA Fitness in Moreno Valley in 2004 probably.
2004?
I was 8. Oh yeah. 2007.
You were 8?
2004? I was 9. Oh,
yeah, that is 2004.
And 2000, I don't know. If you went to LA Fitness and you went with your cousin and you guys had a falling out because a little boy was swimming around with both of you guys.
Damn, that's 20 years ago.
Isn't that? Yeah, I guess. Dude, so I mean, that girl probably grew up to be a piece of shit to her friends and cousins and shit,
Yeah.
just tempting their boyfriends and shit behind their backs.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Wow. It's a little story about how Frankie's the man. Dude, you know what I was thinking about? Speaking of 2004.
What happened?
I woke up in the middle of the night last night because I had to shit.
There you go.
Because things are happening to my body that don't normally happen.
We're getting buff.
Yeah.
It was pushing out all the bad nutrients and a little bit of tobacco.
Yeah. Yeah. So I woke up and I'm sitting there and I'm shitting and I'm just thinking about my life. And, you know, because, you know, when you wake up from a dream and you get like you get a piece of the dream, like you're like, I was just somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, when you wake up?
Right.
It doesn't feel like you were offline.
Yeah.
You were somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you carry those thoughts in to your awake consciousness. But then like slowly they dissipate and then you forget like as you start your day, which is strange.
Oh,
unless you like write it down.
I used to do that.
Yeah. Some dreams I remember.
So what happened?
Anyway, I was just thinking about when I went and saw The Incredibles.
When you woke up?
Yeah, it was 4 a.m. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about when I went and saw The Incredibles. I remember who I saw it with, and how I felt. Because I mean, you haven't seen it. But
no.
What a movie! What an experience for a kid to see a movie that's made for kids, but really, it's like as good as any movie.
Whoa.
And I was like, that was 20 years ago. And then I thought, but I could, it didn't feel like that long ago, but it was 20 years ago. And I was like, in that amount of time, I'm going to be 46 years old.
Yeah.
And
we're going to die.
And then I was like, and then that made me stay awake until
8
a.m. I couldn't fall back asleep. That fucked my day up.
Dude. That kind of makes me like, I don't know, I have to stop myself. Because I remember when I was like young, barely starting stand-up and shit, I would look at like my favorite comics and shit. And they were like...
How old were they when they were doing this?
They're like 31,
right.
You know, almost...
When they broke or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I knew of them, I'm fucking some kid in California and shit, you know?
Right.
You know, Dalia, fucking Norman, they're all like fucking late 20s, early 30s and shit. And I'm like, wow, dude, these guys are cool. And now that I'm older, I'm still looking at some of my favorite comics, which like, you know, Burr, Louie, fuck these, and they're old. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And I'm like, I gotta stop thinking like that. Cause I mean, they're still fucking 50 years old or whatever at the end of the day, you know?
What do you mean? You gotta think they're not cool?
No. I gotta stop thinking like, I can't wait to be like them.
Right. It's hard to not put a timeline on everything and compare yourself to everyone age-wise.
Yeah.
You know, I do this constantly. Look at people that I admire, and then how old were they when they did this? And then that's how old I am. Like, I'm like, oh, well, they didn't do that till they were 35, so it's okay. But then, like, I'll eventually be 35, and I probably won't have done that particular thing that they did.
Yeah, but you'll do a thing in your own right.
I'll do another thing.
Yeah.
But...
especially the way we've been working and shit. But also, like, that, it excites me, though, seeing that shit. Like, it makes me think, like, maybe that age isn't so bad. Because my whole thing was I don't want to have a real job, since as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
For a brief second, I was like, maybe a lawyer. Because my dad was like, you gotta be a lawyer.
Yeah.
But, like, I never wanted a real job, and I always wanted to fucking just be kicking it and shit. And it's what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Which is very fun, dude. And I want to keep this going on till I die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's, like... It is more work, but like, you know, we do the fucking editing, we do this shit, we do the pod, you know, and it's a lot of work with a little payoff. It's
constant work.
Yeah, it's 24.
We did this to not work, and now here we are working all the time.
Yeah, it's 24/7 work, but at the same time, you know, no one's like, it's us making us do it.
What else and what else would we do? What else should we do? The only thing we would do is just slack.
Yeah.
If we weren't doing this.
Well, we did
and
like...
we do slack sometimes.
We do slack, and yeah, man. And I was listening to fucking... you know what, dude? Yesterday, and Bobby Kelly, he was like... You know, he's older now, and he was talking about how his whole life, all he wanted to do was fucking be on the road and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, but now I have a kid and a family. And he goes, and I fucking hate it. The putting out the underwear, the fucking getting the luggage ready, the going on the road. And I fucking got really mad. And I was like, fuck you, dude. like you're complaining, asshole.
Yeah.
You know how many of us fucking don't make it, don't work.
Right.
But I get it. He's fucking in his 50s and he has a family. But I don't want to feel like that when I'm that age.
It's that thing that you see so often in life, and we've talked about it on the pod before. But it's like it just seems like the have your cake and eat it too applies to so many things. Of like, there's two choices in life, and you can't do them both.
Yeah.
And if you try to balance them both, you'll get neither.
Right. And I like our stress for now is the stress that we put on ourselves. Now we got to edit this shit on time. We got to put this.
Yeah, also
we got to put this out. And that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd rather have that stress than fucking, I got to have these papers ready for this asshole that, that doesn't give a fuck about me, that is running his own shit, who has to answer to another. Where it just trickles down on the way, which I'm sure eventually in the industry for us, it will be that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm going to try my hardest to keep it independent as long as I can.
Yeah. Speaking on like age and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if we've talked about this on here, but I have been like sort of seeing an older woman.
Right.
And it's like you don't change when you get older. Like you don't.
Right.
You're not like, well, I'm this age now, so I don't have. You still do all these things that we do, and you still like to just hang out and eat good food and have sex and exercise, walk around, go to the movies. It's like
which kind of humanizes is, I guess, is a big word, but your parents.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first time I noticed that I was like 23.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're just people.
Yeah.
Because for the longest they're like fucking, oh, it's my parents, they know everything and shit. And then you're like, oh wait, they're just fucking.
Yeah.
They have their own shit. They get bored too sometimes.
Yeah.
They get hungry. They make impulse decisions. And you go, oh shit.
Sometimes when you see behind the curtain of who your parents are, though, you can see too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever walked in on your parents?
Having sex?
Yeah.
No. But oh man, this is a funny story. Okay, so when I was 10, I got an iPod Touch.
Oh.
Or like 11.
iPod Touch.
Which
one is that one?
It was like the iPhone, but it was skinny.
Okay, yeah.
And dude, that's when the insomnia began.
Oh, okay.
That's when it all...
You're playing the game Bricks?
I was just on that shit all the time at night, watching it. It also cultivated like an interest in music and all this stuff.
Right.
But I would be up, just so late every night. And I remember one night, my dad came into my room and I pretended to be asleep. And he came up and touched my head and stuff and really tested to see if I was asleep.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was weird. And then,
He jacked off on you?
No. 10 minutes later, they start having sex. And it was loud. So loud. And just the worst, just terrible noises and stuff. Just the worst.
Terrible noise. There's a cat in there. There's a crying cat.
Yeah, just
there's a car accident happening.
Farm animals and 9/11.
So elephants.
Everything, Hamas. And,
9/11 sounds.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh my God, they're having sex. I'm like, it's okay, I'll just go to sleep. But of course I'm not going to sleep. Put the pillow on my head, can't lose it. Dude, I can't shake it. I'm like, it's so loud. I'm like, am I in the same damn room? This is crazy because we live in an old house.
Did you do the roommate thing? Keep it down all
Yeah. Dude, this is what I did. After what felt like an hour.
Wow.
Probably
Yo, Mr. Davis.
Come on, dude.
Oh, sorry.
It's my mom. You're talking about that.
Sorry, Mrs. Davis.
Yeah.
Mr. Davis.
So
They're both enjoying it.
When I got to the point where I just couldn't do it anymore, this is what I did. I just went, ah! just scream at the top of my lungs. Dude, my dad runs in, like with the boxers on, but just fully sprung. It's like, what's going on?
You were like, I came.
I was like, I had a nightmare. I had never
You've never done that.
I'd never done that. I never had a nightmare that I woke them up with.
Right.
Just randomly. Oh, I had a nightmare.
Whoa. And what did he say?
He was like, wow. All right. Well, good night. Probably had to go back and jerk off. I ruined my dad's night.
You hear him. Oh, I'm so sorry, son. Go back to sleep. You hear, for fuck's sake! God, fucking kids.
So, I told him about that recently. I mean, of course they knew, because the next day my mom was like, "What was that happened last night?" And I was like, just crazy nightmare. I was like, because we had just gone to Busch Gardens, which is like an amusement park.
Right.
So I was like,
you just made up a story? I
was like, I had a dream that we were on the roller coaster and I fell off or something.
And that's when I fell in love with telling stories.
I had to make up a nightmare. I was like, we were on a mountain and I fell off. Terrible, scary stuff.
So what
and
did
she was like,
What did they say when you told them recently?
I just told my dad.
Oh, what did he say?
He was like, yeah, I know.
No, shut up.
That was obviously bullshit.
Shut up and drink your beer.
It was obviously bullshit.
I remember speaking of nightmares, did I remember the first time my mom told me a nightmare she had that fucking shook me?
Oh, really?
I remember she was like, yo, he's like, I had a dream that we were in the house and in the front yard, like a bear came. And there was like a bear and you were outside with your sisters. And I was like, oh my God. And she was like, yeah, and I couldn't get to you guys. And I was like, oh, and then? She's like, and then like the bear like got your sister and like destroyed her body. And I was like, oh. And then she was like, and then it ate you. And I was like, oh. And she was like, yeah, it's crazy, huh? And I was like, oh my God. And that was the first time I ever heard. I was like, yo, dude, make something up. I'm fucking 13.
Yeah. That's hilarious that she hearing that your mom had a vision of you just getting destroyed by a bear.
Dude, I was scared. I was like, oh my God, why are you thinking this?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I had a dream that I was getting chased around a woman's clothing store by a crocodile.
You sure it wasn't an alligator? Sorry up on the wrong details.
It was a crocodile from Peter Pan.
Oh, okay.
I'd seen Peter Pan. Remember the crocodile that eats Captain Hook?
Yeah. Spoiler.
Thanks. I was gonna watch it tonight.
Sorry for all the 7-year-old viewers out there.
Yeah. And it was still watch it. It's a great movie.
When it was chasing you around, was it a cartoon version of it? Or was it like,
no.
Oh my God.
It was like, it wasn't like I was in a cartoon, but it was whatever my mind made the crocodile.
The crocodile?
The crocodile.
Then you kind of slapped.
Yeah. Yeah. So it chased me around and then it caught me. And then as soon as it caught me, I went third person mode, out of body.
You started directing?
And I went director mode and I watched a crocodile rip me apart.
Whoa.
But I didn't know. I was probably like 4.
Jesus.
Or 5.
Oh, never mind.
And and I didn't know what the inside of a person would look like. So it was just like a sponge cake getting ripped apart. Like that's what my brain made, like what it looks like.
Oh, that's cute.
Scared the shit out of me though.
Like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Dude,
I had another dream that like scared me. Yeah, dude. I had a dream that I was gonna die. Like everyone was like, okay, so you're gonna die tomorrow, so get ready. And when you meet Jesus, call him Mr. Jesus and like stuff like that.
Not even Mr. Christ.
Like my mom was like preparing me to die. She was like,
in your dream.
Yeah, okay. Like she was like, when you go to heaven, like it's gonna be okay. And I think the next day, that was when I asked her. I was like, I'm gonna die? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, am I gonna go to heaven? She was like, yeah. I was like, I'm gonna be there forever, and she was like, yeah. And
That
I was
always
like,
stressed me out.
yeah, and we've talked about this, but
Yeah.
that I was like, that made me sick, thinking about living forever. I was like, when does it end?
Have you ever had a lucid dream?
Yeah.
Nice, like on purpose?
No. I never like did the thing where you train yourself to have a lucid dream.
I did it once. I was watching a YouTube video on it.
Yeah.
And then the guy in the YouTube video was like, well, just you watching this video, you will have a lucid dream tonight.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes!
Yeah.
And then I did. You know the first thing I did?
Flu?
Kill myself.
What?
Just to see what would happen in a dream.
Uh-huh.
Jumped off a cliff. Right before I hit the thing, respawned back on top of the cliff.
Damn.
That's what happened. So if you guys lucid dream, kill yourselves. It's fun.
What if they're not dreaming? What if they think they're dreaming?
Disclaimer, you have to be dreaming.
Think about the 7-year-olds.
Oh, shit. Go back to watching Peter Pan, even though the ending is ruined.
Yeah, so lucid dreaming, you know you're in a dream, and you're like, I can control this. Dude, every time I do that, I just fly. And I'm like, I can fly, but then like I run out of juice or something. Like I can fly for a little bit,
Right.
but then like I can't anymore.
Dude, you know those dreams where you're like running and you keep falling down and you can't run?
No, I'd never had those.
No? Dude,
Nah.
I had this dream when I was playing soccer and it was like an important game.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, and I was like, and I was running and I fucking kept falling down. People they were like, get up!
Yeah.
And I like get up and I take 3 steps and fall. And I'm like, my legs were all tingly and shit.
Yeah.
And I had this dream when I was like 13, dude. And I remember like the feel that it was. I remember everything about it. I remember the way the grass felt. Fast forward to when I'm like 24. I joined a Sunday league again. You know, I'm like haven't played soccer in 3 years. Dude, it happens to me in real life. Because when I used to play, I was like the fastest guy on the team.
Yeah.
So I go back to play. I haven't played in years. So I'm like trying to sprint and I keep falling down.
Really?
To the point where I'm like, am I fucking dreaming?
Yeah.
Dude, I like my legs are tingly. I'm like running. I'm
You were
falling
like,
down.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I started pulling up my teeth, dude, just to make sure I wasn't dreaming.
Yeah. That's
What?
crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a dream where you are in a fight but your punches carry no power?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know what that is about. I mean, I guess that's pretty obvious. You
Yeah.
just feel like incapable or something. I've been having dreams where, this is an interesting one. I had a dream that like my dad was like had a scheduled duel to like fight a man who was gonna try to kill him.
Whoa, and you got front row tickets?
No, I was like, are you gonna fight this guy? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, Jesus. And he was like, it was like if the guy killed my dad,
Yeah.
he was gonna get to like come in my house and like steal all our shit and I guess kill us too or whatever. But it was like a very planned thing. And I remember like, the fight was at the mall,
Which one?
the Crabtree Valley Mall. A lot of dreams at the mall because I would go to the mall a lot with my mom when I was a kid, and it was such a like
Yeah.
such an environment.
Common
for,
area.
Yeah, such an environment for a kid. You see a lot of people,
Yeah.
So,
Dude,
Crabtree Valley Mall, it's going under. Too bad.
fuck, I had a thing. Oh, speaking of your dad, when you roast battled with Bobby Sheehan, your parents were there, yeah? His parents were there too.
No, just my parents.
No, he said his parents were there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
well,
he was
I bet they were proud.
well, I was talking to him yesterday, and so people that don't know, he's a comic, and he was dressed up as Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, and I was Ashton Kutcher.
Right, but before the thing, he said that he was in character throughout like the whole night that he got there.
Yeah.
And he was talking to your dad in character, because I saw him yesterday, and I was like, oh, so you were talking, so you beat Luke, whatever. He's like, oh yeah, it's Abraham Lincoln. And then he was like, I went up to Luke's dad, I was like in character, and I was like, oh, Mr. Davis, and he was like, hi. And he goes, I bet I can count on you with joining the Union. And he went, no, I'm from South Carolina. And he was like, but you're gonna
From
join
North Carolina.
I know, but that's what he said. He goes, I know, but he's like, but I mean, you're a true Union man, aren't you? He goes, nope, stay in the South. And I was like, that's fucking great. Dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Just fucking with Sheehan.
The Confederacy. No, I'm just kidding. The South shall right. No.
Dude, I thought that flag was cool when I was younger, because
Yeah.
I had the Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
And the first game I ever played on a console was the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
And they had the Confederate flag on the hood. And so I was like, this flag is cool.
It is cool.
Because I thought it was like part of the.
But you know what's really cool? what it stands for. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, Bobby told me that my parents told me that he went out of character just to tell them like, your son's a great guy, or whatever.
Right. Yeah, he's
a good dude.
That's a little story about how cool Luke is.
No, but like it's more about what a stand-up guy Bobby is.
He's very dude. He's very nice, dude. We should have him on. We don't know him that well.
Yeah, but I lost a roast battle as Ashton Kutcher in front of my parents.
And he won as Abraham Lincoln in front of his.
Yeah.
And his parents were dressed up as. If I knew more about history, I would.
Were his parents really there?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I don't think that's true. I think he might have been fucking with you.
No.
Yeah, I think you got the wool pulled over your eyes by old Sheehan.
What?
Yeah.
After we called him a stand-up guy? Fuck that. He's a crisscross applesauce guy.
No, but he...
Terrible. I was thinking, like, what's more dramatic than that sit-down guy? And I was like, crisscross applesauce. I should have said Indian style.
Yeah.
He's an Indian style guy. Well, folks, this episode has been brought to you by Poland Springs.
By nothing. By 1,800 calories a day, lightheadedness, and cigarettes.
And some coffee.
Yeah. You got anything else to close us out there, Frank?
Where are we at? 51.
51.
51:50.
We got a little bit of time to kill. It's not our best, but...
No. Yeah. I've been doing Uber Eats more, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's snowing.
Yeah, dude, I'm about to make fucking bank tomorrow.
Do you have any nice snow stories? About a time that it snowed?
First time I ever saw snow in California, I was Southern California, so it's the desert. I was 6th grade. I was 11 or 12. So excited, almost fucking threw up from excitement.
I think you told me that on the last pod. But hey, how about this?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard your parents having sex?
No, but I did. That means he's very bad at it. No. No, but I did. Well, it was like a fucking Wednesday, it was like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And then I went to go like open the door and it was like locked. And I was like, oh. So I went to like get the keys.
Yeah.
And I walk in, I just see my dad's fat brown ass. And I was like, oh. And they didn't see me. They fucking heard the door slam. And I fucking just ran back outside. And my buddies were like, what happened? I was like, I don't want to talk about it. And then
they were just fucking like during the day?
I don't know if they were fucking or not, but I just saw my dad's fucking brown ass.
What was he doing?
He was on the bed, but they were like laughing and shit though. So he was probably just fucking with her.
Oh, okay.
But by her, I mean my beloved mother.
Oh God.
And I just ran outside, dude, and then I come back in. My mom, she's just like me, dude. I don't even bring it up, and she goes, "Oh, you ran into your dad playing a joke. That's so funny, huh?" And I was like, "Very funny."
Yeah. What's the joke?
What's the joke? I'm traumatized.
That you guys weren't having sex. Yeah, your parents are sexual people.
Mine's?
All of ours.
Yeah, the royal you.
Yes, but thank God for that. Nobody's got an incel dad.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Except for
test tube babies.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
The future.
Oh, here I was thinking about this for a joke. So you know, I'm fucking on this premise. This is gonna fucking suck. I can't believe I started this. I might as well finish it.
Yeah.
You know how like, before we get on stage we get like really nervous and shit. Mm-hmm. Still.
Yep.
So I'm getting it. Oh, you getting heartburn?
Acid reflux.
Is that fucking
the acid
cigarette?
in my stomach is going and splashing up.
I go okay now.
That's what's happening. Did you know that?
Is that what happens?
Yes.
Oh, don't tell me that.
It's all bubbling and boiling.
So that's what happens
like
to
a witch's brew in my stomach.
That's what happens to my stomach before I get on stage because I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
So this is new to me. I start gagging too.
Recently?
By recently, I mean like since I started stand up.
Oh yeah.
Where I get really nervous, I start gagging. I almost always throw up before I get on stage.
Yeah.
Like if you just I go, and then like I have to
like D and It's Always Sunny.
Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot about that. And I really have to like take a shit, which makes me think like thank God, I'm a stand up, dude. If I was like a soldier. Like imagine like if I was like in the SEAL,
soldier?
Like in the SEAL Team 6,
yeah,
and like we're about to go get Osama, and they're like, all right, everybody has to be quiet, and then and start gagging and blow our cover.
Yeah, but dude, that energy, those guys get nervous.
Yeah, I know, but they don't start gagging and shitting themselves like the way I do before I get on stage.
Oh, dude, I bet those guys shit.
Yeah,
Before they're about to go into war?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not talking about like a regular. I'm talking about like the SEALs.
Have you seen Saving Private Ryan? Probably not the SEAls. The SEAls are elite.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but
because it's only
you're
like
not,
a couple of them.
You're not. No one's making the SEAls.
Oh, dude, trust me.
You think you could make the SEAls?
Fuck no, dude.
They drown your ass.
Dude, after today's 45-second planks, I don't think so.
Yeah, dude, that thing that I was saying, like, when you are working out and all of a sudden you feel like ancestrally weak, like on an evolutionary scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start having a dream about a guy trying to kill your dad.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I was more violent. Like, had more violent thoughts when I was younger. You ever get this thing? Like, when I was younger, by younger I mean like probably 4 years ago, I just had this thing where I was like, I just want to get in a fucking fight right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And I think I
had that a little bit in college, but dude, when you get your ass kicked enough,
yeah,
you're like, fighting's not really for me.
Yeah.
But now that we're going to the gym, maybe I'll get back out there.
And I'm calling you out, Sean Malay.
No, dude, I'm fucking scared of like getting hit in the head and dying.
Oh,
you just die. People die in fights. Fuck that.
People do die in fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always over like fucking you bumped into me and spilled my beer.
You called my girl a bitch, and then you have to fight.
Yeah, and then now your uncle's crying at a funeral.
Or your girlfriend or your wife will never, like see you the same again.
Yeah.
If you don't fight.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the thing that fucking. I don't want to say all girls, but fucking whenever I'm hanging out with chicks, mostly my girlfriend and her fucking Vanessa, that they don't understand. They're going out being loudmouth, starting trouble. And I'm like, hey, asshole, I'm the one that's going to have to fight.
Yeah.
Not you. So shut up, dude.
Yeah, it's really easy for girls to be like, you're not a man.
Dude, and I'm always...
And it's like, hey, you don't have to fucking deal with this shit.
Dude, walking around with a girl is like walking around with a fucking, like, just lighter into a room.
It's like walking around with Christian Conti.
Yeah, dude. Well, he is gay, so he's part chick. So, dude, walking around with...
Clip it.
Walking around and send it to him, and that's it.
Yeah.
Walking around with problematic people, dude, is so fucking nerve-wracking. You're like, oh my god, dude, you're gonna fucking kill me.
Yeah.
We've said kill twice in this.
You gotta pick your people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank God we're not troublemakers.
Pick your fights. But did you get in a fight when you wanted to? When you were looking for one?
Nah, I didn't. And I was too much of a bitch to look for one.
So you were like, I want to fight, but then like you actually didn't want to fight.
No, you just go and you just run a mile.
Just go work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go run over the bridge.
Were you like a punch a wall kind of guy when you would get mad?
I would like break, dude. I would break things. Nothing feels better than taking something and just, for me personally,
right,
taking something, just hurtling it onto the floor.
Like a chihuahua?
Like a, yeah. Or like a glass.
Oh, okay. I never done that.
Just explodes. That feels amazing.
You know there's rooms for that?
Yeah.
We should go to
Scott Hall has that bit.
What?
He's like the what are they called? The destruction rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go there to get anger out. I would like it a lot better if there was a glass partition, and then on the other side it was all the people whose stuff it belonged to that I'm smashing.
Yeah.
That would be a lot better if I just broke a TV and a guy was just like, oh. But, dude, one time I got a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt. And it was like the third ticket I had gotten in a month or like 2 months.
Damn.
I just got like boom, 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 just hit like 3 times.
Wow.
Like a speeding ticket, something else, and then like a goddamn seatbelt.
You just roll over your DUI?
Yeah.
Speeding ticket, something else.
Ran over a kid. And
so what happened?
I was so mad. Yeah. I went home and I threw my keys at the wall. And then my car key broke in half.
That's not a fucking sign.
And then I had a piano, like with a sustain pedal, like a keyboard with a sustain pedal.
Yeah.
You know what a sustain pedal is?
Yeah.
The one that you press and it elongates the notes.
It sustains it.
And it was this little plastic thing. Right. And dude, I ripped out the cord from the piano, and I went out on my back porch, and I just swung it around, and just like with the pedal on the end, and just like swung it 100 times on, not 100, but just like destroyed it on the deck, like wah wah wah.
Dude, you know,
just like a whip, and it was so cathartic. I think that was that was like the peak, like getting my anger out with destruction.
Nice, dude.
I was like, this is the perfect thing. I was like, I need to get another one of these things just so I can destroy it.
You know what's the most frustrating? When you get mad at a small object.
Oh yeah.
And you can't hurt it as much as you want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like a empty bottle, you fucking throw, it goes like 2 feet.
Yeah.
The wind takes it away.
Yeah. And blows back, hits you. Dude, one time, that key that I had, those keys would always break because there was just a weak point in it. Did I tell you about when my friend broke my key off in my ignition?
Yeah.
I told you about it on pod?
Not on the pod.
Okay. Well, he broke the key off in my ignition. He asked if he could drive my car. I said, yeah. He took the keys, broke the key off in the ignition. And then I was like, you got to fix this. He was like, okay, I'll fix it. Put it off for weeks. Because I wasn't driving anyway because something else happened with the car. And then we like found a key.
Oh, okay.
And then and then he broke it. Something. Anyway, he didn't fix it. Yeah. And then like we were about to leave. I was like, David, I got to move my shit out of this place. You need to fix this. You need to get the key out. Call a blacksmith. And he was like, I'm not doing that shit. And I was like, David, if you don't fix my key, this is an example of how I deal with things. Instead of being like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna smash all your food that's in the fridge. He's like, fine. I took his eggs and I just like brought him outside, threw them, and as I threw them out, they hit the top of the door frame and just started dripping into the place. I was like, God damn it.
You threw them at the house?
No, I threw them into the yard.
Oh,
just threw his food into the yard.
From inside out?
Yeah, from inside out, but then it hit the top of the door frame and just like started dripping into our place.
So funny to think that you missed the wide open door.
I missed, yeah. Not an athlete. Anyway, he was like, fine. And then he takes out his phone, goes on YouTube. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to fix it. He goes to Ace Hardware. He gets 3 things. He gets lube, pliers,
and more eggs.
And then 2 tiny jigsaws.
Okay.
He lubes up the jigsaws, slides them in to the ignition on either side of the key.
Okay.
Into the grooves.
Right.
And then clamps it with the pliers and then
pulls
yanks
it out. Nice.
I was like, I can't even be mad at you anymore. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, that David Nixon, he's a crafty guy.
Yo.
He's in Austin right now.
David Nixon, he's a comic?
No.
Just in Austin, just for the fun of it?
Just a crazy motherfucker.
All right,
I gotta go see him sometime. Anyway, let's get off. This was
get off. It's fucking hot in here.
This was a mess, but I
think it was pretty good.
We had some moments.
We talked fast in this one.
Yeah.
Let us know if you like that.
Taking a page out of your book. Taking a key out of your ignition.
Whoa, dude.
If you know what I mean.
Leave it in there.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. Oh, wait. Anything you want to plug? Any Rose battles coming up?
Yes.
I know.
I don't know. Probably in like 2 weeks, I'll have I'll be in New York Comedy Club.
All right.
In the semifinals.
Nice. There you go. See?
Yeah.
See, guys?
I'm getting better.
See, guys, I told you. As if I have solo podcast. I told you he was good.
And a real piece of work.
Yeah, dude. We fucking... Our YouTube is popping. We don't promote the YouTube. So we're trying to see how the fucking sketches do on their own. And they're doing well, dude.
Yeah. And if you're watching this on YouTube, go look up A Real Piece of Work.
Yeah.
And that's where we have our sketches.
Yeah, on anything.
Although they're not very easy to find. I never find them when I search them, and I'm subscribed.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I think we got to upload more to get more views or something.
Yeah.
So go look at it. Go look it up more.
Go check it out.
All right.
What do you got?
That's it. Fucking comedy shop. Fucking Sundays and Mondays right now.
Boom.
God damn it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 86 of the Keep On Trucking podcast. Yeah. No.
Are you calling me a racist?